What is up, YouTube? And welcome to another video. It's been a while since I've done a video like this, you know, in these kind of styles, but I feel like it's appropriate because of what we've got coming on recently, and that's all the patches. You know, well, I say the patch, it's the patch that a lot of people are claiming has really done some damage to the game. I say a lot of people, I am one of those people. So I think what we're going to focus on here is the Hwoarang buffs, because a lot of people are kind of saying he's been, you know, why is he getting buffed? Why has this happened to him? His buffs are stupid. Like, he didn't need this. He didn't need this. And for the most part, a lot of those claims are correct. There's a lot that he didn't need. And I think the buffs that I think really need to be touched on the most are his RFF back 2 change, his RFF back 4 change, which wasn't in the patch notes, and his skyrocket change. To me, those are the 3 biggest changes. Whilst in a 4/4 punish, that's a new change. Extra damage on that's quite nice. That's noticeable. His 4/3 change is a questionable change to me, because I don't think he needed more damage on that punish. You could do 4/4 for more damage than 4/3 anyway for 11 frames and more plus frames, and puts you in right foot forward. But you know, if people who love to do 4/3 as well, they have extra damage on this, so it might be the best option to go for, or is the best option to go for now. You know, 1 less plus frames, but regular stance. Now I want to get into the RFF back 2 change, because a lot of people are really getting crazy over this buff. Like, oh my gosh, it's +4 on block. This is kind of mad. How do I deal with this? Well, the thing is, what I thought that meant was this would then be, you just have to take that, because this string on follow-up is all guaranteed on counter hit. So if they pushed any button, that whole thing's guaranteed. At the wall, that's going to wall splat you. Drop my phone. At the wall, that's going to wall splat you, and it does a ton of damage. You know, if I just show you the whole thing there, yeah, that does a chunk of damage, and at the wall, that's really going to hurt. Now, why this isn't that much of an issue as I previously thought it was going to be, is because I thought it meant you wouldn't be able to step the follow-up afterwards. Wait, I didn't do the follow-up that time. This is going great. All right, so it's still very easily steppable even at +4. I thought what it meant was, oh gosh, now you're gonna have to take that no matter what, but both ways is still very easily steppable, and there's not really anything Hwoarang can, you know, obviously I got hit there, but I didn't step good enough. Anyway, yeah, it's still very easily steppable, so it doesn't really mean much. The only place that's really gonna matter is at the wall with both of your sides blocked. So you can't move around it. But other than that, this changes it really doesn't change anything. All it means is that you shouldn't really be pushing buttons after it, but you still can use exercise your movement, sidestep blocking. So this really doesn't change anything. I thought it would have, which is why when I first saw the buff, I was like, I saw the patch notes, I thought this is going to be stupid, but it's not. And then the other change I really wanted to talk about was his RFF back 4 change. And for those of you who don't know, this is now a counter hit launcher. Yeah. That's kind of crazy. I really think he didn't need this. I don't know why this is here. I don't know what, I just don't know why it is what it is now. A very common setup for Hwoarang players to do, especially around the lower ranks, is just to do that forward 2 into back 4, because of its high crush, and then you're going to get counter hit off that. So that setup has become even more powerful, and if you're not careful, you're just going to be eating that all day. So watch out for that. Really watch out for that. And the last change that really I need to get into is his skyrocket change. And the reason I want to get into it is because it doesn't act as a Hwoarang buff. I've said this before. It doesn't act as a Hwoarang buff. It just acts as a nerf to one of Tekken's weakest characters, and that's Gigas. Because before, Gigas used to be able to punish this. Thanks for that follow, by the way. Gigas used to be able to punish this. Now he cannot. You see there, that's not a punish. He used to be able to punish this basically all the time. And it really made a nice mind game for me when playing against Gigas players. Like, I used to space it in a way where it could just be out of their range. And now that mind game's gone, like, it just makes the matchup boring more for Hwoarang, because it's just completely in his favor now. And Gigas really has nothing going now. So by buffing Hwoarang, they have nerfed Gigas once more. So those are the 3 big changes I really need to touch on Hwoarang, and just basically show that, because a lot of people were losing their mind when they saw those buffs. But at the end of the day, those buffs, while they're not as crazy as people thought they were, like I showed there with I thought the back 2 buff would have been huge, but they can still step after that. Like, I thought that buff would have been huge, but it doesn't mean anything. So while the buffs aren't as crazy as a lot of people first made them out to be, they're still kind of silly for different purposes. Like his Wild Standing 4/4 buff, the damage on it is quite noticeable, I found, and it also makes it quite viable now to use Wild Standing 4/4 in combos. So certain wall combos like this into Wild Standing 4/4, I can't do it, but you know what I mean. Into Wild Standing 4/4, like it's made it viable to use more in combos. A punishment is really good for 11 frame punish, Wild Standing punish, 28 damage. It does a lot. And then his 4/3 buff as well. And I'm gonna check if there's another buff I missed out on. Sidestep 4 hits more consistently grounded. That's something that he actually needed. His CD3 hits lower now, so he's not gonna get low profiled on stuff like that. Like those are two things you could say he needed, but either way he could have gone without them. So yeah, that's kind of the moral of this. Like some of the buffs borderline necessary, but he still could have gone without them, so I guess that means they're not necessary, and they just get downright ridiculous, like making this a counter hit launcher because no one asked for this. So yeah, that's basically like my 2 cents in these Hwoarang buffs, because I just wanted to put them into context for a lot of people. A lot of people are going crazy saying he's top tier now, he's got everything he needs, but like there's still things that Hwoarang needs. Like if I had to make a wish list for all the things I think Hwoarang needs, 1, make up back 3/3 15 frames. It gives him more range to punish things like Steve full crouch down 4/2. Hwoarang cannot launch that currently. It lets him launch -15 crouching moves, and the damage off it isn't anywhere near his down 4/2 damage. So I think it just gives him extra options and chances to actually punish things and just fix certain hitboxes like his RFF forward 3 and I can't think right now, but when I play, you guys will see the hitbox issues. But yeah, just a few things like that, and there are multiple characters that need hitbox issues that I thought they would have addressed in 3.3, but they didn't. So hopefully they get back to it. Hopefully they get you know, they welcome these changes, because it'd be really nice to see, you know, the community and the devs do not have a great relationship right now, so anything they can do to rectify that would be great. So that's going to be all from me. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.